was thinking, as long as we're here in Markarth, might as well go ahead and grab the Mace of Molag Bal. I mean, it is just right here. Shouldn't take very long.
Excuse me, do you know anything about this house? Seen anyone enter or leave? Seems no one in this city has. I'm with the Vigil of Stendarr. I believe this house might have been used for Daedra worship, evil rites, and so forth. I was actually just about to head on inside. Be good to have someone watch my back. Follow me, and keep your eyes open. Daedra are powerful creatures and tricksters. Never know what you'll find.
I'm thinking this sounds a bit like a haunted house. I'm always down for a haunted house. I guess there needs to be at least one in each game, right? You had the house in Anvil in Oblivion. That was their haunted house.
No wood rot on the furniture. Some been here recently. But the people I asked say no one enters or leaves.
Well, whoever's entered and left has left some
Wait,
loot
did you hear
here.
that?
I'll be taking all of that. Thank you very much. Alright, so we find one of the
something's inside the house. Come on, we're getting to the bottom of this.
mighty Daedric princes here, basically locked up in a little hole in the ground down in the basement where he can't bother anybody.
Come out.
He's not the only one in this game like that.
There's another door. See if you can get it open. Stendarr's mercy. This isn't an ordinary Daedra. We have to get help.
Weak. He's weak. You're strong. Crush him.
I'm glad you recognize that. You know, I'll tell you what, he may call himself in his wannabe poser macho radio voice, the Lord of Domination, this and that. To me, he's a helpless punk locked in a basement, still thinking that he's I don't know, got something to back up all that bluff and bluster. He's just a bully. He's the Lord of Bullies. And he's characterized perfectly as the bully, is that if he senses a little bit of weakness, he'll pounce. Like this guy right here, he's obviously not a very stout vigilant of Stendarr because he was afraid to try a doorknob earlier, you know.
Crush his bones, tear at his flesh.
Yeah, and, you know, just like a bully, too, of course, he'd delight in seeing the suffering of another at someone else's hands, being too weak to fight for himself. Sorry, complete lack of respect here.
I can't die here.
I've been playing Elder Scrolls Online, and actually Molag Bal is the chief antagonist in ESO, and he's getting his ass handed to him every time he turns around. I mean, he's just getting crushed. He never wins, ever, right? And I was wondering, here, as well as in Oblivion, now, ESO took place like, what?
Your reward is waiting for you further down.
ESO took place like 2,000 years before these events here, right? And then in Oblivion, which is just a couple hundred years before Skyrim, was it 200 years, if less? Maybe even less than that, what, 30? I don't remember. Anyway, not that long ago, but ESO took place way before that. And Molag Bal was making his move, right? He was going to conquer all of Nirn and open
further into the bowels.
Open the plains between Oblivion and Nirn and whatever, right? And of course he failed miserably. Now he's been reduced to just a minor Daedric prince.
Close. Your prize is waiting.
Okay, that I'm trying to sound tough stuff is pretty pathetic, dude. It's really bad.
Fool. Did you think Molag Bal, the Lord of Domination, would so easily reward you?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that, actually. I was lacking the respect.
From that
It really was.
Cage. Speak.
I see a little altar down here in the basement.
Rusted, dry. There was a time when this mace dripped with the blood of the feeble and the worthless. But a Daedric lord has his enemies, and my rival Boethia had her priest desecrate it, left it here to decay, until you came. Revenge. No, I want submission. I want the priest who did this to bend his knee and give me his soul. He comes by to perform Boethia's insulting rites at my altar, but he's been missing. Captured and bound, left to rot. Save him. Let him perform his rite one more time. And when he does, we will be waiting for him.
Okay, maybe this guy ought to try out singing for Metallica. Left him to rot. His soul. Sorry, okay. Anyway, alright, so he's been reduced to like this minor Daedric prince, just like he was in Oblivion. Alright, considering ESO when he was, you know, the big guy making his move, alright, and failed miserably. Okay, and then he was basically put in the back of the line, is how it seems. And then in Oblivion, you see that you do just a minor Daedric quest for him to get his I think it was a mace in Oblivion too. And then here we do this minor errand for him, shit that he can't do for himself, to get his little mace. And then, alright, in Oblivion, it was Mehrunes Dagon, who was the big cheese, right? Making his move on Nirn, trying to capture Cyrodiil and overcome the Empire and whatever else he had in mind through his, you know, Dawn cult and Mythic Dawn cult and all that. And then he failed, and he's been reduced, basically to a minor Daedric prince, seemingly, where even in Skyrim here, you do some random little chore for him. We already got the quest when we were in Dawnstar, talking to that freaky elf dude who's trying to revive the Mythic Dawn cult or something, or he's going to show the world that never to forget what happened in Cyrodiil or whatever. Yeah, well, a lot of people died that shouldn't have, is all that happened. But anyway, okay, so you basically do a little thing to get his dagger back. Mehrunes Dagon's, I forget what that dagger is called, but anyway, Mehrunes Razor, I think. All right, so but it's another just minor quest, and I'm wondering if there's some kind of cycle. If you were to go back thousands and thousands of years and look through all of Nirn's history in the Elder Scrolls and find out that each Daedric prince gets their turn to essentially do a bunch of bad shit and kill a bunch of folks and then get put in their place, and then it's the next one's turn. Maybe as their little planets or their planes of oblivion line up just right amongst the stars or something, then they get their shot to do a lot of bad stuff, and then of course the gods intervene and make sure the bad stuff doesn't quite succeed, and, you know, wash, rinse, and repeat. I just wonder if that's some kind of cycle. Of course, I guess it really doesn't so much hold true here in Skyrim, because this is not so much about the Daedra and Oblivion and all that kind of stuff, but more about, you know, the dragons and the prophecies and all that kind of stuff. So I guess I really don't see any of the Daedric princes making a move here. But it seems like they have in the past, and those ones that do wind up getting... Like, I wonder if maybe at some point Clavicus Vile, who always seems to be the weakest of all of them, in my opinion, the little shyster, right? You go, he's totally pathetic in Skyrim. Not only has he got the most annoying voice acting I've probably ever heard in a video game ever, but he needs a dog to go play fetch for him so he can get one of his little trinkets back to do nothing with. Sorry, he's just I don't really get it. Oh, ouch. Yeah, I need to get away from that. I can't take one more of those. Honestly, had that been a critical, I'd probably been one-shotted right there. Pretty nasty. Anyway. Well, we'll go ahead and do this for the bully. So we can get his mace. If I was to guess, I'd say the next one to make their move would be Boethia, probably. She seems to have her stud britches on pretty tight. Even sending her priest to, or his priest, however that works, to desecrate Molag Bal's altar just because she can. Well, I'd say she. Any of the Daedric princes that are voice acted by a woman, I don't know. Really makes me uncomfortable is probably some of the sexiest voice acting I've ever heard in my life is what is it, Mafala with the ebony blade? And that's supposed to be considered a prince, and like, huh, okay, well that's not confusing and awkward, but yeah, talk about the sexiest voice ever. Jeez. I'm actually gonna go look up and see who voice acted her in this game. Actually, amazing job. Alright, so I fast travel as close as I have to this readout that we're being sent to. That's not a random place for a wood chopping block. Not random at all. Maybe, is this one of the locations where you can put a house if you own the Hearthfire DLC? Can you put a house up here? Maybe that's what it is. I know if you have it installed in the little nodes where you can farm clay. You can harvest clay, kind of like the little iron ore things, but you can get clay to make your mud and bricks and whatever. Seems like there's always a little wood chopping block, and then a little chest spawns up there where you can, in your little crafting table, so you can build your house and do all the little add-ons like furniture and all that stuff. Of course, then comes the collecting of goat horns and glass and hay and straw or whatever and nails and making hinges. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And just lumber after lumber after lumber, just getting millions of logs shipped in. Alright, these two chests here. Actually, I was just going to unlock this Dwarven Ruin. Now, this is for Periite's quest. Now, Periite isn't, at least he's not stuck in some hole in the ground. Kind of Azura. They're on mountaintops there. I don't know if it's just because they haven't made their move, or they have more important things to do than try to take over the world. Well, no, I guess Periite is subversively trying to do something along the lines of that. His whole thing is to cleanse the world with disease. If that makes sense. Filthy up the world to cleanse it. Daedric logic, I guess. Alright, so got that unlocked. Anyway, when you do the Periite quest, that's where he sends you. That's oh geez, if we do that, that's a 2 or 3 part quest right there. That is one huge Dwarven Ruin. I think it's the biggest in the game. It's either this one or the one over and around Blackreach. I guess if you count Blackreach in the Blackreach caves, and then all the little substructures and little side tunnels and everywhere that you can go if you want to explore that whole place. Maybe that's maybe that would be the biggest, I guess. Because, I mean, that literally covers and fills like a whole mountain. But other than that, this is one of the biggest random Dwarven ruins. It seems to take the longest to get through. And then the guy at the end of it, oh, one of the most annoying boss fights ever. That dude with his stupid heals is you can get him down to almost nothing, then he'll full heal again, and then he's got all that AoE, the different spells. He's annoying. Really annoying. Or Chendor, I think. Still have wolves randomly attacking. That's cool. Well, those pelts means free leather. Notice as my blacksmithing skill goes up, then all the leather and iron that I can get becomes more and more important, because those last few points, usually when you get about to the 70-75 range on up, every point of blacksmithing counts. Because, yeah, it seems to take forever. I don't know where Uthgard's at right now. I know this is random. The priest that you have to go find, he's not always here. He could be at any of the redoubts, and there's quite a few of them around here where the Forsworn are holed up. A lot of them have holding cells of some sort or another. In fact, it seems like I even went to one and he was being held like in a tent or something with his hands bound. Sitting in a tent. That's a horrible shot. There we go. Okay, well I'm sure they're coming to us, so...
That's all you got? Come on, let's see you put up a fight. Best you can do?
I'm getting pretty good about remembering to summon each time we have an enemy confrontation. It's not by any means the absolute quickest way to raise conjuration, but without actually going and, you know, doing an exploit, as long as there's an enemy around and you summon something, then it counts towards your conjuration skill. And it's going up, slowly but surely. It's going up. It's pretty much in there with the rest of my skills. I'm contemplating, even though we're going to go get the Sanguine Rose, just to go ahead and finish that off since we started it, right? Had the old drinking contest with Sam Gwevin and got our free ride to Markarth, which is why we're here now. We'll go ahead and finish that up. I don't know if I'm actually going to use it. Because it's cool to summon a Dremora. It's kind of like having another off-tank, basically. Someone kind of takes some of the pressure off of Uthgerd. Might run with it for a little bit. I don't know. But, I was thinking about just going with whatever I can summon myself. And just rolling like that. Those Remoras are so fun to summon, though, because they talk smack. they really do. As soon as you summon them, they start insulting your enemies and stuff. It's pretty funny. Just another cool feature of the game. I think I still need a pair of gauntlets to make up one of my extra Forsworn sets. Need to actually formally enchant some Forsworn pieces and go ahead and get one of those sets on. Believe it or not, it's really not an upgrade to the fur armor. I think it's a couple extra points. It's rated just, it's like, you know, it's like a better fur armor, essentially. It's not quite leather. It's a little lower than leather. It's right in between leather and fur. Regardless, I'd wear it just because I like the way it looks, regardless of what the stats are. Just like with the heavy armor, even though steel plate isn't the lowest of the armor ratings, it's actually pretty decent. It's right about the same as, I think, Dwarven. Just a little lower than Dwarven, maybe. Not too much different. It's a decent armor rating for heavy armor. Really is, but it looks the coolest, in my opinion. Especially on female characters, I think the steel plate looks the coolest. Other than some of the exotics, like, you know, the ebony mail. That is, in my opinion, especially on a female character, the absolute best looking piece of armor in the game. That, and then you can mix and match it with either other ebony pieces or even Daedric pieces, and it fits. It just works. Like Daedric gauntlets, Daedric leggings, and then the ebony mail. Daedric boots, whatever. That's a good match. Bust him in the face. Wow, okay. Totally missed with that one. Uh-oh. That's not the kind of magic you want to hear. Ice spikes are pretty mean. I know they say they're only supposed to do, like, what, 30 or 40 points of magic and stamina damage or something like that. Well, with my 200-300 points of health, they can two-shot me, so I'm assuming the base damage is then multiplied by their rank as an enemy. Like, you know, you get a Briarheart or a Forsworn Pillager running with their stupid magic. Seems like they do 150, 200 points of damage per cast, as opposed to 30 or 40. So I'm not sure how those numbers crunch. I know on Legendary they get a damage boost. They do essentially 75% more damage and take 75% less damage. So if you're going to hit them for 10, you're only going to hit them for like 2.5. And if they hit you for 10, they'll hit you for like 17.5 or 18. That's how that works. So they basically do double and take less than half. Yeah, they almost double. 75% extra damage and taking 75% less. That's a huge discrepancy there, if you think about it. Oh wow, your hits actually sound different when you hit a Frost Atronach. You hear that? A little snip, snip, snip. Okay, so you get hurt just standing next to a Frost Atronach, eh? Huh. Maybe it'd be worth it to learn that spell. Those things have a little bit of health. They're not so bad. Obviously weaker against fire-based enemies, right? And a lot of your enemy mages, they'll be using fire. Especially those stupid hags with their fireballs, exploding fireballs that just screw you over in so many ways, set you on fire, and they do their base damage, and they keep you on fire, and then they explode, and your whole friggin' screen is shaking. You can't see shit, and yeah, there's.
Show me what you've got.
Fireballs and ice storms, the stupid moving little ice whirlwinds that one-shot your character, even though they're only supposed to do quote-unquote 40 points of damage. Whatever. Okay. Those things have hit me for 300 and 400. I don't know where that 10 times damage came from, but that seems to be what they do. Okay, we have enemies here. We have enemies. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Thank goodness for paralysis. Now you see why I make paralysis potions. With those guys in one-shots, you get up on them and knock them out. Get them down on the ground. Hack away for all you're worth. If they start to get back up, put another paralysis potion and get right back down again. Some boss level enemies, I just keep them down on the ground. Even if it takes 3, 4, 5 paralysis potions. Especially early on when I'm not doing a whole lot of damage. Later on, be able to walk up face to face, and as long as I can take the first shot or two, I'll be alright, because give me 3 or 4 sets of, power swing combos, and I can usually take them down. But right now, not so much. There's gonna be a master chest around here, too.
You there? Are you here to kill me? Slay the mighty Logrove while he sits tied and helpless. Rescue? No one knew where I was when I was taken. Who sent you? The Dark Mistress? She sent you? Oh, wait. Molag Bal's altar? Of course. I have to get to Markarth at once. Cut me loose. Oh, freedom. Now get out of my way. I have a task to attend to.
Okay, well, you go do that. Meanwhile, I'm gonna finish looting the place. Anytime you get to the end of a dungeon or cave like this, there's always going to be a master level chest, from what I've seen. If I don't find one, it's because I missed it. It's not because it's not there. Seems like that map thing I just picked up is part of a quest. If I remember right. Anyway, well, not a whole lot for a master chest, but it's worth some money. That's worth some money, definitely. Hey, I got extra weight to carry stuff. That's fine. If it's worth something, I'll grab it. Might as well. I'll even grab these. Sell those too. Can't make anything out of steel, but I can sure sell it. Normally, I will spend 2 luxury points on smithing, so that I can unlock arcane smithing and so that I can make magic items better. But since I'll be crafting my own iron stuff, I'm thinking about just making my weapons better beforehand and then enchanting them after. And then, should it come time to upgrade, if I get my smithing skill high enough to upgrade an item further, rather than spend 2 points there, I think I'm just going to make a new item, upgrade it, and then re-enchant it, or something. You know, if I can go from superior to epic, for example, or something like that, well, that's fine. Just make a new sword, make it epic, and then enchant it again. It's all good. It counts towards smithing, counts towards enchanting skill. And, of course, then once I get both of those to 100, then it's no big deal to just make the weapons that I'll probably play the rest of the game with. Alright, so we're going to see Boethiah's priest stud up on Molag Bal again.
Molag Bal, you think you can best Boethiah's faithful? I have won this contest before.
Ah, but I have my own champion this time, Logrolf.
What? You?
Mortal, I give you my mace in all its rusted spitefulness. Crush the spirit from Logrolf's bones. Make him bend to me.
Now you get to beat down
I'll never submit.
Logrolf the Willful. Beat him down with his mace. Okay.
I won't bend.
I won't. You can't make me.
I won't bend. Never. Do your worst, monster. I won't bend. Never.
He's actually willing to die for his cause. You kind of got to respect that. I respect this dude a whole lot more than I would Molag Bal.
Never. I'll never submit. Do you? Oh. Call that a swing?
Limp, pathetic bodies. Try it again.
Won't surrender. Hey. You will pay for this.
Poor Logrolf.
You will pay for this.
Molag Bal's obviously jealous because he doesn't have any faithful like this. Because he doesn't have anything to be faithful to. He's a punk and a coward and a bully. Yeah.
I won't surrender. You'll pay for this.
He's got some health too.
Won't surrender. No more. No more. I submit, Molag Bal.
You
Never should
bend
have
to
come.
me.
Now Uthgard's kicking his ass. Poor guy.
You pledge your soul to me.
Pay for this.
You think I'm afraid of you?
You forsake the weak and pitiful Boethiah.
What? Oh wow. I've never seen him escape from the cage before.
You're mine now, Logrolf.
Molag Bal, you're not selling that to anybody. Even your cage doesn't work, dude. Wow, what a punk. Loser. Alright, so I got Uthgard chasing him down.
Skyrim belongs to the North.
No more. No more. I don't want to die.
The Mace of Molag Bal. I give you its true power, mortal. When your enemies lie broken and bloody before you, know that I will be watching.
Perv.
Now, I have a soul in oblivion that needs claiming. Take care of the house while I'm gone.
What a poser. What a wannabe. Yeah, I'm not respecting that at all. They did a real bad job with him, or else they made him just like they intended him to be seen for what he is. Maybe it's an anti-bullying sentiment there. That's all the respect bullies deserve, really, which is none whatsoever. And bully always gets punked in the end, always. Alright, now if we can find our way out of here. Got this mace. Looks ridiculous. It's almost as tall as I am. One weapon I like a lot is Volendrung. I think that's how you say it. Malakath's hammer. That thing looks cool. Big old hammer of paralysis. That's kind of a badass weapon. It really is. I mean, if you're going to go two-handed, that's one weapon to consider using just for the fun of it. I don't think I like it better than the Ebony Blade. Right? Ebony Blade, I'm really partial to that just because it's a katana, if for no other reason. But Volendrung's pretty badass. And the quest to get it is pretty cool, too. Go get it back from what the cowardly orcs. Now, Malakath, he does demand a little bit of respect. If he doesn't get it from his orcs, oh, they pay for it.
I'm not hiding anything. It's closed for a reason.
Typical Imperial lies. First, you take away Talos. Now you're keeping us from seeing our honored dead? You and the Jarl will answer for any desecration of my ancestors' bodies.
That's enough, Thongvor. We're done. If it's about the Hall of the Dead, no, you can't go in there.
Who do you think you're talking to? Punk?
I can't talk about it. Rest assured, the Jarl hears everyone's concerns. You will be able to visit the dead again soon. All right. I was going to suggest the Jarl hire someone to sort this mess out anyway. We've discovered that some of the dead have been eaten. Flesh has been chewed off. Bones were snapped to get at the marrow inside. We haven't caught anyone or anything yet. It's like it knows when I'm there. If you can get to the bottom of this, the priesthood of Arcade will reward you. Take my key, and be careful. Arcade, one of the 8 divines, god of the cycle of birth and death. It is his shrine people pray to when they visit the hall. That his divinity will watch over their ancestors on the way to the next life. Tread lightly in the hall.
Why is it every Nord, especially the Jarls who have turned traitor to their people, their country, and their god, all have a Imperial and the Thalmor or an Altmer whispering in their ear? No coincidence there, huh?
Finally, someone with decent sense. The Empire is destroying everything Skyrim stands for. Honor, pride, mighty Talos. Jarl Igmund can't ignore us for much longer. Not if the Silverblood family has a say. That's a true Nord hero. A legend. So great that the divines themselves lifted his soul into the heavens and made him a god. He founded the Empire, and now they've turned their back on him to appease the elves. Elves. Do the elves rule Skyrim, or do the Nords? They started the Great War, nearly destroyed the Imperial City. Then the Emperor took the coward's way out and surrendered. Now the elves dictate everything we do, and they don't want us acknowledging a mere human like Talos as the god he is. Stay out of trouble in my city.
There you go. A bit of lore for you there. Pretty straightforward. Now, when I was when I first got here and I was running around buying and selling stuff, I did stop in the potion shop, and the alchemist there, this hag witch looking lady, she gave me this potion to give to the steward here. I guess I'll go ahead and drop that off while I'm here.
You may approach the mournful.
We could probably get some chores to do for the Jarl, but I don't even know if I'll be buying a Markarth house this playthrough. If we ever do, we can go run some errands for him or something.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Here you go. Some gold for your assistance and your discretion.
Your discretion. It was called the Potion of the Stallion. Apparently it's something for his ED, I guess. Anyway,
Old Dwarven city under.
I am going to go buy a house in Whiterun. I am going to get the Whiterun house, at least have that place to store my stuff. And if I do get another one other than that, maybe the one in Windhelm, maybe? We might go through that. Do the whole Blood on the Ice thing. That's a quest that I've seen people had problems with. I actually did a video on that to get through that glitch-free and get all your rewards for it. See if I can remember how to do that. Alright, so now I'm going to do some enchanting, selling, buying, all that good stuff. Alright? Thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe, click that button up top if you haven't already. And if you want to catch the rest of this Let's Play, click that image there in the middle. It'll send you to the playlist. Let you check those out. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.